Hello there, Seraphim17 once again. This is my Gravity Daze walkthrough. This is episode 2, it is the shadows over a city. And this is the introduction to the combat. So the combat in this game looks pretty nice animation-wise, but as far as the demand on the player, it is pretty low. There is an attack button, there is an evade button, and then there is the gravity manipulation. There is also a gravity ability to throw things that we'll get later on, but this is showing us the kicking and the evading. As far as modifiers go, you have a 4-hit combo that's your bread and butter. You can do an evade and then press attack, and it'll do an evade attack, which is the kick you just saw me do then. You can also jump and kick, and she'll do a jump attack, and if you do jump kick really quickly, she will also do this kind of downwards kicking motion, like a heel kick, helm splitter type move. But the real bread and butter of this game that I'm going to be doing, and what I recommend you practice and get good at, is chaining dive kicks. When you land a dive kick, you can immediately cancel it into another dive kick after she's recovered from that slight flip. And you can change direction. It is 100% up to your control, so if you can get good at it, you can go from dive kick to dive kick to dive kick, hitting multiple targets, killing all the enemies without ever touching the ground. And that is exactly how I'm going to recommend you play, because this walkthrough is going to be 100% focused on upgrading the dive kick and making it do the most damage. Everything else I'm going to kind of ignore, because I'm not going to be engaging on the ground enough. But the dive kick is the bread and butter, and it's also going to enable us to traverse this town a lot quicker by using it instead of the free fall. And you're going to be introduced now to the top left, which is that circular system of regenerating energy. The energy for doing gravity manipulation can be upgraded to have a bigger bar so you can do this for longer. But what will happen when you run out is that Cat will fall, and she falls for a set amount of distance before it regenerates and you can stop yourself. So for all the times where you're going to fall and you think you're going to die, you should be able to recover and get your way back to where you need to go. And understanding this mechanic is really important, because it's going to enable you to essentially be very evasive, very offensive, and just have the most fun with this game. Because if you're playing this game and you're not messing with the gravity and going up and down and all crazy and kicking here, kicking there, free falling, you're doing it wrong. That's literally the mechanic you want to play this game for. And I can imagine this is a really fun game to speedrun, just because if you have fully upgraded, I don't know if you can do New Game Plus, so that might be a snitch, but you know, once you really get good at the mobility and knowing where to go, and just chaining together the different moves and landing and getting a really good route, I reckon this game would be super fun to speedrun. But getting used to the dive kick does take a while. The most challenging aspect of this game is the disorientation you're going to get from being able to spin the camera while you're going forward and landing on surfaces, which completely shifts the gravity of where it is. But before you can progress, you have to upgrade that just there. That is a mandatory upgrade. Everything else from this point onwards will be up to you. As I mentioned earlier, I'm going to upgrade my evade, I'm going to upgrade my freefall, I'm going to upgrade my bar for gravity manipulation, and I'm going to upgrade the dive kick. Everything else is kind of hit and miss depending on how you choose to play, but we're going to talk a lot more about that later on. So thank you for watching, and you take care now.